Alright, hi everyone, it's me, Contrary Motion, back again with another edition of our complete playthrough of Trails in the Sky. So, last time we won the big battle tournament, and we got a fancy invitation to dinner at the castle. So, we're gonna head over and do that right now. Alright, here we go. Oops. Hi, Thiessen. So as far as I know, we can just head right over to the castle immediately, but I'm just going to run down to the guild, make sure there's nothing that I've missed. Nightbot! Hello, Thiessen. I hope you are well. Nothing to report.
Wait, Joshua? Wasn't Chloe coming to the capital right about now?
Now that you mention it, she did say she'd meet. Now that you mention it, she did say that she'd meet us before the birthday celebration started. She should definitely be here by now.
Eldon, there wasn't a girl about our age named Chloe who came around asking for us, was there? We promised to meet up here.
Chloe, you say? No, I'm afraid no one by that name has been here.
Ah, raspberries. Maybe we should have asked where she was staying.
She mentioned some rich relatives, but that's not much of a lead, I suppose. I'm sure she's simply running late and will try to contact you shortly. If she comes by, I'll be sure to let you know immediately. Interesting. So how will we find Chloe? Index positive emotion not found. Anything we can do at the Fisherman's Guild? We can't fish. Why can't we fish? I want to fish. Why does this game tease me? It's such a perch tease. Oh. After practice, though, she said she was going to stay behind at the lake and catch some fish. Well, that does seem like a perfect fit for the fishing club. So I think we're probably not going to beat the game today, but we probably will beat the game on Friday, which means it'll be time to start our next game, which will be Chrono Cross. Exciting times, everybody. I actually legitimately haven't played Chrono Cross in several years, so I'm going to enjoy that. I had a big crush on Surge when I was 14, or whatever age I was when that game came out. Something about tall boy with dark hair gets me going. Alright, I guess let's go to the castle and continue on with our little plotty plot. Oh, this is the house with the rich people in it. I put in a request with the Bracer Guild to find my missing wife. They just told me not to worry, said I should wait for her to come home on her own. I wonder if they even bothered writing down my request, or if they basically just dismissed it outright. That's weird. Actually, we didn't check the board at the guild. So maybe we should. Lurk. Well, apparently not. Grancel Castle, where we can't rotate the camera for no apparent reason. Oh, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. Alright, let's go. Well, let's show the gatekeeper our invitations then.
I don't know why I'm so nervous.
Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. What a weird way to say that. Unless you have official business here, you need to leave. Hey.
Hi there.
We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town?
Yeah, we have some business to take care of.
We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See, right here, written invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you're cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay, you guys were in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you?
You got it.
We'd greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense? The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well, that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. Now entering Zin and Company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate! Whoa, double doors. It's like the opening of Get Smart.
Wow, that's like the Hakken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle.
I bet it's more solid, too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital's been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Or so the stories say.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening.
Wow.
You can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here.
Welcome to Grancel Castle. You are Zin and his team, correct? Captain Amalfia.
This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come at the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are?
Pardon me. I'm Captain Canonia Amalfia of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle's defense. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience.
You're too kind, really. May I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work.
My, but you are the flatterer. I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Estelle and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it?
Yeah, I guess it has.
Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
I'm afraid not.
We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Gransel. We never even heard a follow-up report on it. I see. And that's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score.
What the hell's with her?
Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now, we must show you to your rooms. Shay, if you would please do the honors.
Yes, ma'am.
See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. Now that is one fine woman.
I hate to say this, Zen, but your taste in women is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy.
Kitsunegao. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people, once you peel back a few layers. Of clothing, maybe? So to speak. Ugh.
You're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes.
Oh, my honor!
Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our room, right?
Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I'm Shay, a maid here at the castle. I'll be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us to the room, then? Certainly. It's on the second floor. We just get to watch them walk over there? Okay, cool.
Oh, wow. Get a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy.
Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh, no. It's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? Just a grand tour. I guess the devs wanted to show off all of their work. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please, go on in.
Okay.
Pardon us. Shitsureshimasu.
Holy Stragas!
I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice. This'll make a good story for later. I believe there is still some time before the party. You're free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas.
Can you be a little more specific?
Most significantly, the royal keep where the Queen resides. It's a small palace of sorts built in the terrace garden on the roof.
Garden terrace? That sounds nice.
The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Gransel from during the birthday festivities. I was where Her Majesty greets the people of Gransel from. Ugh, awkward. So you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the Royal Guard Room, and also the Treasury, I believe. The Royal Guard Room? I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrorist stuff. Yes. The Intelligence Division is currently occupying it. The entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules.
Understood. By the way, what are the others who were invited doing?
They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms.
All right.
So Mayor Klaus is here too.
Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room.
Now then. Hey, Zen. We want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit.
We'll be back in time for the party. Huh, it must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem. Have fun. Me, I'm gonna kick back and relax in this oh-so-luxurious room.
We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda.
I'd like to say hello to the other invitees, too. We likely know most of them. Alright, let's go say hello to everybody. What are those people at the Intelligence Division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. Not a lot of books for the Royal Library, eh? Ah, Joshua, Estelle, you made it! It's been quite a while.
Dean Collins?
You were invited to the banquet as well, sir?
I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. A little mayoral birdie told me that you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it.
Thank you.
I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins.
Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in the borough. It's only fitting he be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor.
What's the Royal Assembly?
It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state.
Wow, sounds big. So, all of those guys have been invited here tonight too?
No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill, and General Morgan is away on official military business. And Mayor Dalmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell, he is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunan stands on all of these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I'd like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story.
Princess Claudia's the Queen's granddaughter, right?
Does she live here in the castle?
No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere. But I'm told she comes to the capital. I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago.
She's here then? I'd really love to meet her.
I'm sure you'll have a chance.
Anybody here? Nope.
Mayor Maybell!
And Lila!
Joshua, Estelle. Ah, here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So, you were invited here too, Mayor? Hey, wait. You were waiting for us. How'd you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I'd heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I'd have cancelled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am. But that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry, I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at a banquet, what with everything else going on. What is Duke Dunan thinking? The captain was so stubborn about inviting me, too. I had no real choice but to accept.
Do you mean Captain Amalfia?
Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye while she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I hadn't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean...
You haven't heard any word from the Hawking Gate?
The General is unavailable is the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I'd hoped he'd be in attendance at the banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away.
What do you think about all this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place, at a time like this.
Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has got too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. He's letting his position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right.
But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think?
Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Bowes post-haste. My mistress has been looking forward to seeing you again. Please come visit her in the Bowes again sometime soon.
Alright. Let's see. Is there something in the other wing, maybe? Nobody here. Aha! Estelle, Joshua!
Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here.
What with mayoral-class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance.
I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Grancel Castle. Cassius's kids to the bone you are.
It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way.
So, it's been a few days. Have there been any developments?
Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalfia from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leyston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run, too. Army hasn't found him yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalfia if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So, in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way.
We sure aren't. But don't you worry, because we've totally got that covered.
We will get the Professor's message to Her Majesty, one way or another. Hey there, Kelvin! Oh my goodness, did I miss you saying that 20 minutes ago? Sorry. I'm the worst. I think this explains why I also don't see my alerts. I get too absorbed in reading the dialogue, and then I don't notice what's going on the other side of the screen. But you are welcome here.
This is a place to talk. Please, come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
Well, apparently we can't get a new recipe. Which is what I would like.
But that's fine.
I'm excited too. I don't think probably I'll be able to finish today. It seems like there's more left than one might expect. Oh, here's the terrace. Oh, that means I'm forwarding the plot, I guess.
Oh, wow. Check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace.
I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town, too. Must be great for reconnaissance.
As nice as this is, we don't really have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do.
Alright, I just want to make sure that we've seen the rest of the castle first. We've been in there. We've been in all these rooms. But we haven't seen anything on the first floor. Oh, or whatever's up here. The throne room. Neat.
With so few people, we can't possibly finish all this work. All the other officials were sent away on vacation by the Duke and forcibly removed from the castle.
This is the administrative room. It's where most of the actual ruling of Liberl takes place. With Her Majesty ill, we're taking orders from the Duke.
This is the Intelligence Division's office. Authorized personnel only. Keep your distance unless you plan on getting arrested. Castle Gate is currently sealed to help ensure security. Please, feel free to walk around the castle for the time being. I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but nothing can be done.
Well, I'll tell you something, Special Ops dudes. Alright, what's down here? Ah, the banquet room.
May I help you? I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm very busy preparing right now for the banquet. This is just between you and me, but he has enough servants, but he keeps trying to convince Mistress Hilda to hire on more. To no good end either, I'm sure. I just passed Duke Dunan in the hall a moment ago. I hate how he just stares at people menacingly. It's so rude.
The head chef is a real pro, specializing in imperial cuisine. Over 1,000 dishes of it, in fact. He's simply amazing.
The rat problem around here is starting to get out of control. I can't stand rats either, so this really sucks for me.
Gross. The main course is complete. Once dinner is ready, we'll make sure everyone knows. And until then, your patience is greatly appreciated.
Ba. Storerooms. Oh. The entrance is firmly sealed. Can we steal anything from down here? Give me ingredients.
This is a restricted area. Suspicious individuals can and will be arrested on the spot, so watch yourselves.
True, but it is very RPG-like behavior, so you gotta split the difference somehow. Alright, I think that's everywhere we can go in here.
Oh, is everything all right? Has something happened?
No, not at all. I just wanted to look around a bit.
I see. It will be a bit longer yet before dinner is ready. In the meantime, please feel free to look around to your heart's content.
Maids have lockers. How odd. Alright, I think that's everything, so we can go out to the garden terrace now. Alright, that's obviously the keep. I can't believe we can't turn the camera here. No special items, no people hanging around. How boring. Dusty up here, though. Look at their footprints. It's like Pigpen.
Oh,
This must be the royal keep. Who are you? Hey, you two.
we're here as guests of the Duke.
Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now.
Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us.
Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... hey, the princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you.
Might I inquire as to what's going on here?
Madam, we didn't know you were back already.
The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests?
They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a bracer social standing would ever be invited here.
A bracer's social standing?
Such discourtesy! You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle?
No, that's not what...
Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you've not forgotten that.
Understood.
Wow, she's intense.
I wonder who she is.
But, madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the colonel laid out.
Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I'm terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins?
Alright.
That's fine. We'll do as you ask. I apologize. We weren't trying to cause any trouble.
Fine then. Just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you.
I apologize that we were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I am the head of Grancel Castle, head maid of Grancel Castle, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties.
Aha.
We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted?
Well, someone told us about you.
I know this handwriting.
You see?
We also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please, come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct?
Right. If now's not a good time, we can try later, but...
No, it's not an issue. Those special ops men have had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in.
Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go.
What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty.
No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face.
Because otherwise we wouldn't get to experience that part of the plot.
There are just too many particulars we don't know. We'd really need to discuss directly. Like what the Duke Duna and Colonel Richard are after.
Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over?
Why?
Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, So can you come back after the dinner party?
Awesome.
Understood. We'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll begin serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. Alright. We're in this wing. And this room, I believe. So let's save.
Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know.
Sorry. We got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all the mayors.
Huh. Well, aren't we well connected?
We're close friends with the mayor of Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels.
I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers.
Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Gransel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right?
Right. For a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work.
Oh, it's like NAFTA for Zemuria.
The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad.
Normally that'd be enough to handle most cases, I imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Gransel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions.
Yeah, it could be.
Ugh, I feel like a goose just walked over my grave.
What a weird expression.
I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roland.
Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you?
You know her?
She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvert. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age.
Her master?
Yeah, probably Dad. Please, pardon me. The table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way?
Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, want to go and eat fancy?
Sure. That fight left me starving. Let's go dig in.
Come on, you two. It'd be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once.
This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates, then? Plenty of knives and forks, though.
That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in.
And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack.
It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary.
Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who'll be attending. No need to get stressed out.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Please don't encourage her.
On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks.
You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in Liberl, do as the Liberlians do policy. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork.
My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion.
You flatter me.
Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face.
I think he's more being polite than a lech, though.
Anyway, His Grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So, if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for?
Indeed. Perhaps it's intended for Princess Claudia.
Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay.
Oh, presenting His Grace the Duke.
Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away.
This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you.
You gotta be kidding. We're having dinner with him?
I suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving.
Ha ha ha! Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybell? What do you think of Grancel Castle's master chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Antero's restaurant?
Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away.
Ha ha ha! You're not the first to say such things. And what of you, Zin? And what of you, Zin? Wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberlian cuisine, though. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before.
It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us.
Ha ha ha! Indeed, it is a genuine treat. Huh?
It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation.
Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before, during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion.
Yes, sir. Maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him.
Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content.
Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first.
Ah, yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement.
That's an odd way to phrase that. Translation error, I suspect.
An announcement? And what might that be? I believe I'll allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail.
Thank you. As you are, no doubt, already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon.
Ah, that's excellent news.
Could we possibly go and check in on her?
Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned.
Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they've been looking forward to it. Surely that's not all you wish to tell us.
Right. If that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she's also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Duna.
What?
Is this true? Joshua, this is...
Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance.
I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it's only natural. She's ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, I might add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties, following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible. Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe?
Yeah, definitely not at all sus.
I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits.
Isn't Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity.
Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take his grace at his word?
No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that, as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion.
That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty.
Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try and maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then?
Well,
the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace.
well, yes, this is true.
Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living.
It makes it all sound so rational.
Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator.
In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations, but you thought it would be best to inform us first, so we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct?
I'm glad to see that we have an understanding.
If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy.
Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens.
I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession?
Well,
no doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty does not... But it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say, I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility on a girl so young.
Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there's already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year.
Oh my.
I understand. If that happens, then we'll have two major events to celebrate.
I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question?
Zin?
I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. So, how come you're making this announcement now?
That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed the Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the Guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty.
Gotcha. I guess Liberal's military and Bracers are on just as good a terms as the stories say.
Haha, this is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions?
Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the Guild, then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big a deal for me, but I bet that was huge news for you guys.
Of course it was. I can't believe that things have gone this far already.
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know.
But really, what a shame. That food was so amazing, and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though.
Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air.
You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to go take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know.
If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over.
You've gotta be kidding. You're still hungry?
If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go hunt up a bar or something in a little bit.
We can't leave the castle. Oh, I guess there's the bar in the castle.
Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty.
First things first, we go talk to the head maid, Hilda, like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen.
Fine by me.
No, first things first, we're going to go talk to everybody else, obviously. Seems the castle blueprints are missing too. What do they need with those? Uh-oh.
The Colonel's points are all very logical and rational, but I believe it would be best to get the particulars from Her Majesty and Her Highness the Princess directly.
I can't believe the Queen's so worried she's considering abdication. And Princess Claudia choosing a husband at her age? Events are unfolding so quickly, I hardly have time to react.
What a shock this banquet has been. Duke Dinan is an official successor to the throne. If anything could bring Mum a migraine, it's that. It seems it was a banquet to remember, and now my mistress has yet another worry to wrinkle her brow.
Oh, it's you.
What?
Who might this be? Oh. Colonel Richard. Haha, Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmor was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realize that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius.
How'd you find that out?
Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now.
Huh?
Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Ah, yes. If we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please, follow me.
Joshua, what should we do?
I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command, and since that time, I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally.
He did? And, what did you think of him at the time?
To put it simply, he was a hero, and a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer.
If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people.
So, you were with our father during the 100 Days' War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberl would now be part of the Erebonian Empire.
No way! That's kinda hard to believe.
Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be.
Never said one word about any of this to me.
Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. Says someone who has never had a military person in their family. It's not fair to criticize him for that.
Hey, whose side are you on? Besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all this or something?
Well, I didn't know he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about. Vaguely.
Vaguely? You're an accomplice?
Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it, I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about.
I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble.
Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. I know, right? I guess they never really talked. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover.
Colonel Richard.
Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me.
Oh, alright.
Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets.
Huh?
How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories. He knows where Cassius is.
Okay, who was that man, and what has he done with Colonel Richard?
What are you babbling about now?
It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice.
True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. And so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I hate to say it, but I think he might have been playing nice, because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be.
Don't you think that's going a little too far?
You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right.
Huh?
But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact.
Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you, Estelle.
Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go out back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us.
Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Oh, so much dialogue. Gonna have me a sip of spicy water. Oh, my poor voice. This is not the maid's quarters. It's on the first floor. I suspect that since we advanced the plot, the other guests will have new things to say, but let's see. Oh, good. Always pleased when I don't have to talk to anybody. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you?
Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard.
Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Master Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels.
Oh, did you know our dad too?
He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son.
Late Prince?
Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he was still alive today, none of this would be happening.
Huh?
But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come in, Shay.
Oh, hey, aren't you...
Shay, right?
Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament.
You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle.
Princess Claudia.
That shouldn't pose a problem.
Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What?
What do you mean? Ah, nice. Oh, please tell me Joshua's going to dress as a maid too. Stella's going to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in.
Oh, I get it.
Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. It should be ideal for sneaking in.
Huh, me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, easy to move in.
Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult.
I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me.
Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the Queen. You won't have me to lean on this time.
Why not? You're changing too, aren't you?
Please? Pardon?
I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and the maid outfit?
That's different. It was a play. You can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes.
Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you'd be incredibly popular on TikTok.
Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess?
Yes, it's never been used, though.
He has that full dark hair, so it'd probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second.
Well, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules.
This way, please. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. All right. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. With their tics and their talks and their maid outfits and cat ears. Oh my.
Ta-da! What do you think?
I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle, too. You certainly have me convinced. And with that hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Instantgrams, yep. Perhaps you'd like to work at Gransell Castle for real once this is all settled. Yeah, obviously the only qualification for being a maid is looking good in a maid outfit.
Well, we already work as bracers, so, Anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here.
No chance I can talk you out of this?
None at all. You're just making this take longer.
Fine. You're impossible sometimes. It's almost frightening how good that looks.
Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl.
Sorry, Kelvin. Did you get pinged for doing something?
A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself.
Ah, I see. I'm not looking at the actual Twitch chat. There we go.
Yes, ma'am. We're finally gonna meet the queen in person.
Yes, this is a do-or-die moment. You just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep.
It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit.
Well, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on.
Sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay?
I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food.
Hey, I'm not obsessed with food.
They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. I wonder if we can go and talk to other people while we're dressed like this. The rational thing for the game to do would be to prevent us from being able to. Because it would blow our cover, but we'll see. Seemingly not.
Madam Hilda, what brings you here at this hour?
Oh. Okay, I don't think anybody's going to say anything useful then. Off we go. They get past the guards.
Nya, arigato. Nya, ichi-ni-san.
Yeah, I think so too. What was the name of the student at the academy that was really into Joshua?
Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour?
I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all.
Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them.
His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today.
Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute.
Thank you.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before?
Crap.
Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I rather think His Grace and Colonel would disapprove.
Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that.
All's well, then. Now, will you please allow us to pass?
Pardon us, ladies. Please, go ahead.
I think the only thing I really hope for in the sequels is more of Joshua in a dress.
That was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver.
Actually, come to think of it, I can't remember if in Cold Steel there's a scene with Reen cross-dressing. I think there isn't. You would expect there would be. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now.
I think I'm okay as is.
Boy clothes, now. Oh, Joshua. It just means there'd be 2 queens in the room.
Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with that? What was wrong with what you had on?
It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused.
Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen.
I guess that's just gossip, then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the 2nd floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. I guess now seems like as good a time as any to save again. Is there any other places we can go? Nope. Nothing over here. Nothing over here.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle.
Thank you kindly. By all means, enter.
As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in.
Right.
Pardon us.
Oh.
I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Auslese. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl.
I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild.
And I'm Joshua Bright, of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. Pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbal energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it?
The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything?
I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so...
Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have?
I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbal reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?
No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned.
Wow.
So, it was a bona fide artifact, then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom.
And something like that is beneath Gransel. So what does that tell us about the Gospel?
Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that?
Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could come to know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record.
I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way.
Honestly, just as I start to think that maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off.
I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter.
You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty?
Yes, he was a friend of my late son's, and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, we'd sometimes undertake requests for me.
Really?
Yeah, Dad really got around. Except for in this game, where he is nowhere. I didn't know that.
I imagine there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you've not been told?
Well, nothing super detailed.
Perhaps then that's the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's no indulgence, Your Majesty. Oh, good, I get to do a long narrative in my queen voice.
10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hacken Gate.
In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory, save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvert were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel, too, would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counter-offensive was none other than Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right hand at the time, as well as Colonel Richard, superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counter-offensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments.
No, I had no idea.
And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left.
Ah, come on.
All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved.
Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that?
Estelle. Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I'm sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I've wished to apologize to you for a long time.
But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so that I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever.
Your Majesty.
However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter.
What? But, Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you.
I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return.
But...
If I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it is held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze.
Joshua,
if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that.
Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. Feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met, everyone we care about, can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through.
Estelle, it seems she was right about you.
Huh?
I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild.
Your Majesty,
My liege, we'll do whatever you ask.
My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia.
Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere.
Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne.
In other words, Duke Junan was out of the running.
Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me.
Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here.
No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some.
Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume.
Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with the passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Le Beurre could become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows.
I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture.
So, if Le Beurre became a militarized country, what would happen then?
A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Horrible weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt, contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which it is not, at present.
Oh no.
Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all.
I feel the same way, Your Majesty.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die.
Your Majesty, please try to relax.
That's not the thing you say to the Queen. We hear and comply with your request. We'll see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her.
Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands.
Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here.
I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle. But the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel should continue to weigh heavily on my mind, for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it.
Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old.
Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country.
Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her.
That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can.
Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share.
Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing?
Oh, yeah.
Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
Whoa, is it really that late?
The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Alright, time to save again. And since we're about halfway through the stream right now, I think I will take this opportunity to take a short break, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Alright, we have returned with some spicy water. So let's get ourselves all set up. Oops. That's not what I wanted to click on. I wanted to... Nope, not click on the same thing again. Try again. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's continue with the plot, and probably lots more dialogue. If my poor voice survives. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please, relax. We're patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now, I believe that we shall be on our way.
Pardon me.
By your leave. By the way, ladies.
Huh?
I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Do you think it matters? We'll have to go with her mom's name. My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it.
Thank you very much.
And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Oh, of course, he already has an alter ego. Karen, you say? That's a pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. How are you now? Oh, right. We're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Yeah, please, be safe on your way home. I think it's up here, right? Yeah.
Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity?
Mr. Popularity?
It's like their eyes all changed when you told them your name.
Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation.
Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there.
Huh? What's all this noise about? Oh, Duke Dunan.
Ah, it's the lady of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar.
These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time.
Did he recognize us?
Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us.
Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy.
Oh, it's no bother.
Please, don't concern yourself.
You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer.
I'm honored.
Yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening.
Huh?
Your Grace?
Yeah, I don't want to serve him tea.
I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in the service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten.
I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you must know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it.
But I said I was just joking. Enough. I'm going to bed.
As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there.
Oh, right. Lena, you just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice a future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good.
I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease.
I should certainly hope so.
I'm truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave.
I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally?
Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves.
I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge.
Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you.
Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late?
Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company.
Huh?
Come closer. Now you understand?
Yes.
Hopeless. Completely hopeless.
Thanks for everything, both of you.
If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you.
I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. Thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her.
Shall we be going? All right. Can we bother someone else in their room? Well, let's see what the update is in the, Oh, nobody in the administration area. Not allowed in there. No silverware to grab. No snacks. Really, I expected Zin to be in the kitchen looking for something to eat. Nobody down here? All right. Back we go. Oh, I have no idea what this is. Probably Amalthea. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour?
Ah!
Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please, pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, Where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification.
Does it matter what we say here? I feel like it probably doesn't, because she knows we weren't anywhere we say we could be. It doesn't matter what you pick when conversing with Amalthea. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there and I never saw you.
Well...
Come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place?
What?
You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So, what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly.
Well, we...
Oh, Estelle, Joshua, you've been here the whole time?
Who is this? Ah, no, it's Zin. Zin.
Whoa, now that's the stuff.
You're drunk.
Oops, sorry. And hey, if it isn't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we meet up again, huh?
I suppose.
So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble?
Students?
No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution.
Yeah, I totally get ya. I just sent them off to find some munchies and go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat?
No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck.
Oh well. I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady.
I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand.
Of course.
It is late. We probably should just get to bed. Very good, then. Now, if you'll excuse us.
Denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room.
Right.
We'll go with you.
Looks like we managed to convince her at least.
What? Zin, aren't you drunk?
I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop.
No way. Even your face had gone all red.
He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right?
I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured it'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes.
Huh. You are an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me.
Sorry about that. So, what's the story?
What story?
I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen.
Whoa, wait, what? How did you...
Did Ellen tell you something about this?
Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I?
Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have guessed. So how much do you really know?
I guess it's finally time to show you this.
Ooh, a letter.
What's this?
I know this handwriting.
Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot.
Okay.
Dear Zin Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory.
However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out, if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberl before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have a chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it.
So, Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now.
That's the long and short of it.
The long and short of it, what it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along.
That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvert. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again.
I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids?
I had a feeling from the outset, and once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and she confirmed it.
It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. I've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, all right, if you could pull off a job as big as sneaking in an audience with the Queen.
I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right?
I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all.
I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. All right then, I'll help you out with that little request.
You will?
Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you once again.
More. What is this place? Well, I never would have imagined that something like this even existed.
It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level?
Yes, sir. Whoa, is that some kind of mechanical monster?
Well, so these must be archaisms.
Ho! Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke!
You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. You and I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberl. I can expect only the best of each of you.
By your orders, sir. We, the Special Ops, will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberl! For the glory of Liberl!
I regret when I picked voices for Colonel Richard and Lawrence. I didn't realize that they were going to have scenes together back in the day. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person.
We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side?
Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Hooray! So I am apparently 2 BP short of the maximum number of BP you can have right now. So, I don't know what I missed, but I missed something. Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself.
No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end.
I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There's 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom to A at the top.
So, he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zen.
Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent, but above that there's an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent.
Whoa, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do.
You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius.
What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right?
Sorry, but yes, I did. We solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case.
You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would have never escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible.
Joshua, what's wrong?
Just thinking about how strange this is. The whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have.
Oh.
So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure from the Empire? Am I correct?
No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off.
Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close.
I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that the 2 major events happen to overlap with each other.
Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference at the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for.
Huh?
All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But there are no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course.
Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get.
Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity.
What?
So basically it amounts to martial law.
So, the enemy is finally moving at full tilt.
This may be to stifle any activity on the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand.
Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held?
That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Erba Royal Villa.
That's the building in the forest, right?
It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leyston Fortress.
Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it.
Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct?
Oh, you mean Neil?
Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, that would be greatly appreciated.
So, in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So, off to the cathedral then? There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here.
Sure thing.
Alright, off we go. Alright. Oh, let's double check the board, I guess. Although something tells me there won't be anything on it, you never know. Alright, Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. I guess let's look for the bracers first, in case actually going to the place forwards the plot and we lose points somehow.
Hi, Karna. Hi, look who it is. Oh, you've got old man Zin with you. What's going on?
Well, it's a long story.
Uh-oh, sounds serious. You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I did find it a bit odd that all the gates and ports and such have been shut down. So, what do you want with me exactly?
Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So if you would, please meet us at the guild.
Gotcha. I'm already there.
Easy enough.
Hey, it's Grant.
Well, if it isn't the big bad champions. I hear you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you eat anything good?
Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Oh, something on your mind? Holy crap, you're not pulling my leg, are you? We are not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Sin the Immovable is moved by this, then that's all the proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. You can count on it.
Thanks, Grant.
Well, I'll be meeting at the guild house to plan our strategy as soon as possible. So, if you please, head over there when you can.
Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there.
Alright, who do we have next? Also, where's Olivier? I guess he's at the embassy.
With the birthday celebration so close, I hope there'll be some news from the castle. And I pray it's not that the festivities have been cancelled.
Alright, where to next? I'm sure someone's at the factory. Weird. Okay. So, let's try the hotel. Oh, and probably the coffee shop. Oops. I had myself upside down. Da 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 da.
Armand's been talking to himself all day today. I know he's got something on his mind, but he just won't tell me what it is. He can be such a meanie. Time to bust out the pouty face.
I looked all over town. The best place to pop the question is right in front of the gates, I think.
Uh-oh. They're getting married.
To the hotel. So we found 2 of them so far, right? I wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing.
Oh, hi, Kurt.
It's good to see you here. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you, too. Didn't you know that we were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these 2 rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story. You're serious?
Of course we are. That's why we really need your help.
Oh, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. But the black orbment that the Colonel has, it's real?
Huh? What's wrong? You look awfully pale. Whoa!
What in the world? Step away from him.
Huh?
Shade! Lift!
What was that? You didn't even touch him, and he acted like he got electrocuted.
It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling?
Wow. Actually, a lot better. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright.
So, what do you remember?
Did I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago.
You lost your memories while you were working, right?
Yes, someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits. And then I took something suspicious from them. It was the black orbment.
What?
So, the person who gave you the assignment.
Yes, it was your father, Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. But that's really as far back as I can remember.
So, the K on that package was you.
Yes, I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two.
Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package?
Yes, after I left the port, someone called out to me. And then... it's no good. It's all one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, all right. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all.
Which brings us to a bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys?
It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Agate after all. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Oh, that reminds me of an anime I watched last night called Vatican Miracle Examiners, which turned out to be a little more shoujo and gay than I even expected, just based on the description. I somehow find these things, but sort of entertaining. Anyway, there's a subplot where some secret church Nazi Satanists are also brewing drugs in the basement of an abbey. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's a little campy, but it's fun. Maybe they made something to cause memory loss.
Now there's a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandit's boss, and Mayor Dalmore to consider. You have to be really careful.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know what Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you'll let me.
But, are you sure you'll be okay?
Sure, my memory might be like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please allow me to make it up to you. 2.92 out of 10, where's that from? I mean, it definitely is not great, but it's entertaining enough, I feel. It's based on light novels, and you can really tell they're rushing through the plot to get through it, but I don't know, I found it enjoyable. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy. For now, let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks. Alright. So, we need still... What's her name? Annalisa? I don't suppose she'll also be in here. She'll probably be at the cafe near the Liberal News. .39 out of 100.
Are they even having the birthday celebration this year? I heard the Queen's gotten sick, so maybe the party's gonna get cancelled. I have nothing to do until the birthday celebration.
The Royal Guard may seem a bit antiquated by modern standards, but to see them sticking to their rules of discipline was simply breathtaking. Alright, let's see here. Not there. So where would she be? House for sale. Not down there, I don't expect. Alright, let's go see... the airships are stopped. I was all ready to go cover the anterows and bows. Now I have to think of something else to write. Cruel fate, why must you mock me so?
Everyone is all caught up in the Queen's birthday celebration. With all this hubbub, is it even going to happen this year? Popular rumor is that it's going to be cancelled, and the Queen hasn't made any official announcements to debunk that. This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days.
Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are to state of martial law, I don't like that he hasn't contacted us either. Huh?
Oh, hi guys. Hi, Dorothy.
Pardon us. Oh, it's you. Perfect timing.
Good afternoon. We're here to talk to Neil, but I'm guessing he's not around?
That's what we were just talking about. Actually, Neil hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything.
Huh?
Yesterday or today. We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago.
Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for Idios' sake. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mention it. So, did he say anything to you? Like, where he was going?
Someone had just called him, I thought. But, I don't think it matters. But we'll just double check to be sure. Yeah, someone called him. Always gotta get that extra BP. We do it all for the BP. Olivier also does it all for the BP, but it's a different kind of BP. Right. I remember what happened. He got a call from someone, and then he said he had to leave.
Are you serious?
Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since.
Oh no, I can't believe Neil's dead. What? Who said he was dead? Today's when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday, though, so maybe he went to another province?
Yep. I took off the mature audiences only tag on my stream, so we've got to be a little discreet.
I already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry, and there was no sign of him. So I figure he has to still be somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see this reporter fellow. Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article?
Huh?
These are the times that we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division. They monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means that you can't get much information for your stories. But it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much possible into the hands of the readers.
I see. So he went to check out the new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about?
I think it was about...
And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. Oh, Neil told you about that too? It'd make a hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Neil even learn about something like that? I'd have thought that something like that would have been known only to the royal family.
Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Herb of Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So, she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it!
And the veil is lifted.
Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which would mean that Neil's probably there too.
You don't say. Well, if I know Neil, he's probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. If the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot.
No! Neil's a goner! Why do we keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy.
Yeah. I'm betting that he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation.
What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in the city? In all of Liberl?
Sorry, but we really can't talk about it.
Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Neil. If he has been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released.
Alright? Please do whatever you can.
Please, you guys. You gotta bring Neil back.
Leave it to us. Oh, that was Estelle. Alright. Who else do we have to find? Annalise. Okay. And we still have to talk to Julia. There we go. The walkthrough says you have to find the other bracers in order, which I clearly have not done. But they were still there when I saw them. So who knows?
Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits. Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are.
Annalise, could we have a moment of your time?
Huh? You hear something juicy you're gonna share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah. It's a real juice bomb.
Oh dear.
Oh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh?
Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help.
Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all of this, but you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Right. Ellen will fill you in on all the details. Okay then, I'll go and see what's up.
Alright, to the cathedral. Yep, BP, juice bombs. All of Olivier's favorite things. Oh, right, it's over there. You'd think I'd remember since I had to do a stealth mission to get to it. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee.
There's a newly cloistered nun, but I haven't seen her around today. I pray that she's not taken ill. Are you looking for Sister Ellen, perchance? I believe the Archbishop should know her whereabouts. He should be in the sacramental chamber to the southeast of this room.
And who might you be?
We're, members of the Bracers. The Bracer Guild, I mean.
We're looking for Sister Ellen?
Where are you now? Might I guess that you share complicity with her, then?
With a nun? Ew, no!
He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with the information she asked us to find.
I'm sorry to say that she's no longer at the cathedral.
Yeah, poor innocent Estelle, right?
She came to say goodbye to me this morning and left.
Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone?
If only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years, and she's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. But this time, she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring.
I see.
I wouldn't worry, though. She has the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause.
Well, that's good at least. But the thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen.
Well, begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. The best thing we can do is covertly keep an eye out for other Royal Guardsmen.
Not the most efficient plan, but that seems to be all we've got.
You seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Idios helps those who help themselves. Do all that you can, and Idios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path.
Alright, so we don't know where she is. But, alright, I guess we're done with that, so we get to go to the Royal Villa. Well, we get to go to the Guild. And then to the Royal Villa. How do we get there? Ransel is so confusing. The other bracers are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter?
Sorry, sir, no contact.
But we believe we've gathered the intelligence we need. I see. We can conclude with fair certainty, then, that Princess Claudia is inside the villa. It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsmen, but at least we know now that they haven't been captured.
Shall we get started, then?
Yes. We need to start working out the details of a rescue operation. Woo! Lots more dialogue.
Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat, then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia.
I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner.
I was suspicious of those special ops troops from the very beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard.
And he was behind the Sky Bandits and Mia Dalmore. Got completely snowed.
And we can't let them get away with it, that's for sure.
Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment?
Damn straight.
Just lead the way.
I owe these guys some black eyes. Rhyme unintended.
Count me in for sure.
This is gonna be good.
We've got strong allies. We'll prevail without a doubt. Now, let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast, as there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option.
We don't have time to try and find some route to infiltrate, so I guess that's the only option we got.
How will we be divided?
We'll split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw the attention from the main fortress, while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember, though, we're dealing with the Intelligence Division's special ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team, and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team. That's a lot of teams, kids.
Man, we're really teaming with teams here. But why do we need those?
The ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, and then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt... Oh no, I can't do it anymore. It's just too much today. That's right, Kelvin. Infinite decoy teams all the way down. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily.
Ah, yeah. I guess that's a good point. Evens the odds a little bit. But do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads?
Good question.
No, we don't. Oops. We contacted other guilds, is I think what he said.
Well, crap. We only had Shara and Agate.
However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine this strategy.
If numbers are all you lack, maybe we can be of assistance. I don't know who this is, so we'll find out. Ah!
Hey!
Lieutenant Schwartz!
Well, now, if it isn't Sister Military.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation. Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. My remaining troops are incognito, stationed all throughout the city. I can assemble them within the hour.
That's great, Lieutenant Schwartz. How did you know we were going to try and save the hostages?
We tried to find you at the Cathedral and tell you, but you'd already disappeared. Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night.
Last night? We'd only just met with the Queen last night ourselves.
Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this sort. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the order to assist, and we're happy to do it.
Sources? I want sources. Can you share some of yours?
I don't...
Let's leave it at no, Estelle. More importantly, the Guardsmen's assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fulfill the ambush and support teams.
Indeed, with this additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially. And with the extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on teams immediately. Roger that. You need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for one of them.
Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention.
My thoughts exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron, stationed just on the outskirts of the Erbacenic route.
Wait a sec. Aerial squadron? You don't mean...
I'm afraid she does. It's on the scenic route's outskirts.
Now that you mention it, there's a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded.
According to my intelligence, there's only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they'll have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements.
Oh, I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right?
We should form that ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush would pay off one day.
And we've got a gunner too. We'll be able to handle this, no problem.
Alright, 2 teams locked down. Now, for Rescue and Decoy 2, I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my Royal Guardsmen. The Special Ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them.
So, that leaves us.
For the rescue team.
All of the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment in the field by far. This is no game. You're playing an actual role in a critical turning point for our history. Make sure you're up to the task.
Sheesh, no pressure.
There's no need to worry. We will persevere. History favors the just.
Besides, you guys are the Grancel Martial Arts competition champions.
And we'll be the ones keeping the majority of the enemy force busy. Hopefully, all you'll need to worry about are the hostages.
Julia, Elnan, Zin,
We, Estelle. The word you're looking for is we. We can do this, and we will.
You're right. You're so right. We're gonna kick some special ops asses.
That's the spirit, and that's the plan. Oops.
The operation will begin at nightfall. We'll use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Man, this is getting pretty real.
I will ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan.
Alright, everyone. Tonight. Here. Got it? Alright. I think we're just gonna save. I don't think we can get any better equipment.
I'll leave the breaking and entering to you guys. What? You guys can totally do this. Looks like you haven't had a moment's rest since everything started. Take a minute now and get everything squared away.
We're the only ones who can possibly pull this off, so let's get pulling. Intelligence is resorting to using hostages? That's just disgusting. Let's go save us a princess. Alright. Okay, that'll continue the plot, which we don't want to do. Let's just double check the armory here. Make sure that there's no new equipment that we can buy, but I don't think there is. I don't really even think there's any quartz I want to get. I'm very happy with my setup currently. I guess we may as well get some things. Do we have one of those? Oh, no. And so we could probably use another Attack 3, why not? And let's equip you with this. Can we change this to HP 3, or do we lose stuff? No, we don't lose stuff. Good. We like it. Oh, good. We like that too. Okay, I think I'm relatively happy with that setup. So let's move on to... I guess we should stay at the inn. Then I think we're good to go. We have not fought a single battle this whole time. This whole stream today. 2.5 hours. That's pretty amazing. Alright, let's go.
Ah, you're here. Good. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Well, if we had all of the Carnelia chapters, we could go give them to the dude. But, we don't have all the chapters. We have all but one of them. Sad. So I guess we're gonna go.
Understood. Let's review the operation.
We're probably missing a Liberal news, too. Oh well. The most recent one, that is.
So, are we gonna meet back here?
Well, this is the Ambro Monument Rest Area, so this should be the place. The only real issue is whether or not Lieutenant Schwartz and her men can get here undetected.
No need to worry about that.
Whoa, when did you get here?
Haha, nice work staying hidden in Gransel.
We have quite a few sympathizers among the citizens. We finished our preparations. We can begin whenever you're ready.
All right. We're waiting on your order, Estelle.
Huh? My order?
You were the ones who originally received Her Majesty's request. So, we're waiting on your command before we begin.
But I'm just a rookie. That really doesn't matter. I don't think you'll have a problem. Just do it without shouting, okay?
We'll be there to help. We have no objections.
Have a little faith in yourself. This is very Suikoden-y. When you have the silent main character in those games, rev everybody up before the battle.
Don't worry about the trivial details. Just deal with things as they come.
Right. Okay then, here goes. Everyone, let's get those hostages rescued.
Yay! Everyone cheers.
I am so freaking hungry. Isn't it time to change shifts yet? Come on, stay focused. There's no telling when the Royal Guardsmen might finally show themselves. There weren't more than 10 escapees. If the Colonel really put his mind to it, we could hunt a lot of them down in no time.
If you think it's so easy, then go ahead and try.
What? Lieutenant Schwartz!
Listen up. We have word from the ID ship. We apparently have a lock on the Royal Guardsmen. If we get there quickly, this will be our chance to wipe them out. Roger.
That settles that.
Idiots. The airship's locked down. You'll never be able to use it. If you'd just done as the Colonel said, we would have spared your lives. But now you're gonna die, and you're only got your own stubbornness to blame. Take this! Haha! Bracers! You can't be serious. You're not actually going to try standing against the Royal Army. Sorry to disappoint you, but you've already been marked as criminals.
By order of the Queen, you will let us pass.
The ambush party's on the move. We'll go ahead and lure the remaining forces into the front gardens. You can break into the villa while they're distracted.
Sounds good.
Ideas be with all of you. Why is there only 3 of us? It leads me to believe that somebody's going to be joining our party. Probably Chloe. Oh, Chloe's probably the princess, eh?
Alright, looks like they went for it. Now's our chance to sneak in.
Let me just check and see if there's anything special that we need to do. I don't think so.
Okay.
Roger that. I don't know that we'll be able to finish this sequence today. I really don't want to run overtime again.
So, this is the Erba Royal Villa. It's gorgeous. Certainly gives the castle a run for its Mira.
Oh, it is a royal family residence.
Oops, looks like the welcoming committee's here. Who are you people?
You don't need to know our names.
Words will serve no purpose here. Let's go! Finally. Alright. Ah, no CP. Actually, let's... No, that won't make much difference. Ah, I can't believe that didn't get him. Ah, that attack delay is the worst. Just build up that CP. At least they'll be able to do their S-break soon. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Good.
They messed with the wrong guy.
One thing that's definitely interesting about this game with respect to Cold Steel is how much more useful arts seem. I barely used any arts in Cold Steel until the very end of the game when it threw a curveball, and you can't beat the last boss without them.
Now, where's the princess being held?
This place is huge. We just have to search it room by room.
If we hang around here, you can bet we're gonna have more company, and soon. Let's get a move on.
Okay. Let's heal.
Whoa, who are you people? Oh, don't move a muscle.
Ah, I can't believe that doesn't hit them both. Oh, there we go. Yes, we like it. I want to get rid of this guy since he does that shadow weave. Plonk.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Good work, kids.
No, fun. Attacked out of nowhere.
Looks like there's still quite a few soldiers in the castle. They're patrolling the corridor in the central courtyard periodically. Our only option will be to silence anyone who sees us. Okay. Nobody here? Ah, man. Does this mean we're gonna have to fight an encounter every time we go into one of these rooms? I did not mean to do that, but that's fine.
They messed with the wrong guy.
Ugh. Alright. Punish us, game. I see how it is. Oh! Oh, not Joshua. He's the one that stopped you from doing that. Oh, come on, guys. Frig. Nope. Finally. Oh no.
Flonk. Not him. Ugh. I'm just gonna make this take forever. Oh, for frick's sake. Oh, come on! I hate the range on this. Alright, at least kill one of these, yes. Please don't. Ugh. We are in trouble. Problem is we're gonna run out of EP really fast if we keep having to do this.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Alright, let's use some food. Oh, actually, let's use some food the other way. Don't need that. That seems worth it. Alright, let's see in here. Oh.
Who are you people?
App, we totally picked the wrong room.
Huh? What are you doing here? Huh? I've seen you before.
Good evening. We're with the Bracer Guild.
Huh? No need to get up. Just enjoy yourselves and rest well.
Alright, at least this seems like a place we're supposed to be, but maybe not, who knows. Is that worth it? I feel like that's worth it.
Come on!
Ugh. Maybe you'll petrify? Nope. Ugh, that attack delay is the worst. It's not fair that the enemies can do it to me. Ah! We really miss a lot. Okay, good. He's full. Really? 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 Just let me rescue the princess. Oh, damn it. Not you. Oh, for God's sake, Estelle. I can't afford to up their decks. I don't have space in their friggin' ordnance. Yeah, but then they can't use any of the advanced arts because basically there's just no room. Like, I deliberately got rid of it because I couldn't get good setups. Oh my god. But I may not have a choice at this point. Try not to waste EP because I get the sense that I'm going to have to fight 1 billion of these battles.
Alright, we're good to go.
Oh well.
They're too drunk to really know what's going on.
Yeah, excuse me, who's hitting like they're drunk? It's like it's some kind of bar, same as the one in the castle.
Please don't kill me. I'm not with them.
We know that. You work at the villa, right?
We've come to help at the request of Her Majesty the Queen.
Really? You're honestly here to save us?
Yes, so would you calm down already?
Oh, Idios be praised. I thought I was done for when my reporter friend was taken away. I hope he's alright.
Reporter friend? You must be Neil.
You know him? I see. Yes, I'm the one who contacted him. He came here to get an interview with the princess who's being guarded here. His passion for his work is hard to argue with, so I wound up sneaking him in and showing him the way. But he was spotted and taken prisoner? Yes, and much to my shame, it was only then that I realized the severity of the situation. I heard that Her Highness was being kept here to protect her from any potential terrorist assault. The truth is that she's being held prisoner by the Intelligence Division. I was so glad that she was coming that it simply had never occurred to me. I'm truly unfit for my position.
Come on, no need to be so depressed.
Did you happen to have any idea where the prisoners are being held?
Yes, they've all been gathered in the Crest Room, which is in the innermost antechamber. It's a large banquet hall used for events like the formal signing of treaties.
Got it.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Talk to the bartender to get the info for the spare key.
Thank you for helping me. Yes, if you get tired, feel free to come back here to rest.
Oh, that's useful. Well, in that case, I think this is probably the time to quit for today. So we'll save up and call it and be back on Friday. Which, I don't know. Do you think we'll finish the game on Friday? It's hard to tell. I'm not really sure how much game there is left. I get the sense there's probably at least one big big plot piece after we rescue the princess. Yeah. All right. Well, in either case, I'll be back on Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Okay. Well, in that case, nothing to worry about. And I'll end up starting Chrono Cross next week, which is the next game in the lineup. All right. So, yeah, thanks for dropping by, Kelvin. Thanks, Thiessen, for dropping by earlier. I'll be back on Friday, 4 o'clock. In the meantime, you can always follow, like, subscribe, do all of that other garbage. Channel Twitter is Contrary Motions with an S, where I announce all the streams also. I'll see you later. In the meantime, have some food and sleep well.